I wired the money to the account, and when I wired it to the account, I went straight to the bank. I go to the bank myself to make sure shit get done. Because the thing is that I can't make all the money unless somebody else do all the dictating and do all the controlling.
Yeah. What you mean it's no transfer of ownership on these properties? Chip on the internet talking about he spent $402 million on these properties. I'm hoping this is not somebody just caught Floyd Mayweather slipping. He said he owned them properties.
Floyd Mayweather just got arrested. Yup, Mr. Money himself.
Floyd Mayweather has just been arrested. That's right, the man known for flaunting money, luxury watches, and private jets is now caught in one of boxing's biggest financial scandals ever. This isn't just gossip, it's serious. The $42 million Manhattan apartment project he showed off online might have been fake from the start, and now federal authorities are involved. Let's get into what really happened.
Floyd, bro, you gotta understand, the only thing more embellished than Floyd Mayweather's pay-per-view numbers is Floyd Mayweather's net worth, and he made a lot of money. But remember this, it does not matter what you made, it matters what you kept, and he is a dum-dum.
I believe that Floyd Mayweather has gone completely broke. And not just broke, but millions and millions of dollars in debt. And I know it sounds crazy to some of you out there, but trust me, I have legitimate proof.
It all began when Floyd jumped on Instagram with his usual bold talk, claiming he bought 62 apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan, paid in full with a $42 million check. No investors, no partners, just him. He even said he owned the retail spaces below the buildings. It was classic Mayweather style, loud, flashy, and full of confidence.
I love bringing the people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City.
But the internet wasn't convinced. People began digging, and things got suspicious fast. There were no public property records, no official sales or legal documents tying Floyd to the buildings. He talked about real estate pros also spoke up, saying they hadn't seen any sign of a deal that big from him. No headlines, no market chatter, no official word. It all looked off from the start.
According to Business Insider, it's not what you think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan.
It's promoting tons of these ICO scams at the time, and he also narrowly avoided an ICO fraud lawsuit for the same thing, under the defense that he wasn't actually influential enough to convince people to buy the scam.
Bank, I'm robbing y'all. Belch does nothing but collect dust, money over legacy, currency over legacy, because he felt underappreciated.
The New York City Housing Partnership also responded, saying they had no record or knowledge of any major purchase like the one Floyd claimed. In simple terms, the whole story looked made up, completely false, and not backed by any real proof.
I think it is. They said there's no evidence there's been a sale of these properties, and it's 62 rental apartment buildings in Upper Manhattan. Here is what Floyd Mayweather had said at the time on a video that he posted on his Instagram.
I love bringing people into my lifestyle, showing the people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on a regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings, all belong to me. Guess what? You can do the same.
The situation blew up when ESPN's Stephen A. Smith stepped in. He slammed Floyd live on air, accusing him of lying to the public and using fake business claims just to stay in the spotlight. Smith didn't hold back, calling the whole thing a stunt and demanding Floyd be held accountable for misleading people.
What am I talking about? I have even more nuggets of info to give y'all on that point. Brother don't like smoke. He just likes to give it. Typical bully mentality. It ain't working with me. What am I talking about exactly?
Stephen A. didn't just go on a rant, he came with proof. He pointed to the Business Insider report, called out the missing legal records, and made it clear Floyd was trying to fool people into thinking he was a big real estate player. But things didn't stop at looking suspicious. They quickly turned into something possibly criminal.
Here's what I do know, which is where my disappointment comes from. When you are as great as Floyd Money Mayweather, everybody doesn't deserve to be in your space. I know you like to make money. You're never going to stop making money. Very, very few people on the planet know how to make money like you know how to make money. But some of this stuff has got to stop. You want to get Conor McGregor in the ring for an exhibition match? All right, that's fine. You know, Conor sold that. It was great marketing. He's not a boxer, but hey, he was a knockout artist in the UFC. I get it.
Not to mention Stephen A. Smith once toured Floyd Mayweather's mansion and saw his luxury lifestyle up close. He's been around the cars, watches, and cash, so he's had doubts for a while now about how real some of Floyd's business claims actually are.
Boxers, if not the greatest boxer in history. He's absolutely sensational. But he retired years ago, and for me personally, I know these exhibition matches are entertaining. I like the one with Conor McGregor, not so much the one with Logan Paul. Looking at these exhibitions and all of that stuff, that little melee and stuff don't matter to me. As far as I'm concerned, it could have potentially been orchestrated. I don't know. But I do know not just anybody should be allowed to be in the ring with Floyd Money Mayweather.
Absolutely.
I just believe.
Floyd has been showing off millions for over a decade, but behind-the-scenes insiders claim his finances have been in trouble for years.
Why do you think he does those things, though? Do you think
for money?
I
don't think he's got the money, he says. That's what I think.
You think he still needs the money
I don't
after
think
all
he
these
needs
years?
the money.
Let's not forget Logan Paul still hasn't been fully paid for their 2021 exhibition fight. He had to call Floyd out publicly several times just to get part of the money he was promised.
Floyd Mayweather is bankrupt. At least that's what Logan Paul thinks. Logan hopped on the Walkway to Fight Club show, and when he was asked about being paid, he was nothing short of honest.
It's unfortunate because, you know, same Floyd Money Mayweather. Surely I was going to get my check fairly quickly, right? And that didn't happen, so I'm sure it'll come eventually, right?
Imagine that the world's richest boxer allegedly avoiding payment to a YouTuber, and Logan Paul isn't the only one. Others who fought or worked with Floyd have either gone to court or publicly complained about not getting paid on time. From the outside, his empire looks wealthy and flashy, but behind the scenes, it's full of problems and money issues.
Floyd Mayweather, you punch-drunk idiot. Read my lips. Oh, wait, you can't. Where's my money, bitch? Floyd never paid me for our fight. Who am I, the IRS? You can't dodge taxes like you do punches, dummy. Floyd, how can you call yourself the GOAT?
Add to that the growing whispers about Floyd's gambling habits, failed business deals, and risky overseas investments, and suddenly, that bold $42 million claim starts looking more like a distraction, a flashy cover-up to keep eyes off the real financial mess behind the scenes.
First investment was real estate, commercial real estate, skyscrapers actually. So what I did was this. It started off with $5 million. Put up $5 million, I was getting $50,000 a month. On every 18th, every month, it was paying off.
You like the cash flow?
Yes, for years. So I said, okay, if it's paying off like this then, and I gave him 7 figures, I said I'm not gonna even give him 8 figures. I went and gave him 9 figures. If it's something that I know is paying off, lucrative and heavy, I got to go with it. Roll the dice, take a chance. You only got one life.
This is where things take a wild turn after Floyd's arrest and new theories started making waves online. What if those exhibition fights weren't really about legacy or entertainment? What if they were all part of a long-running scam to keep the money flowing and cover up deeper financial issues?
Okay, Floyd Mayweather fought another exhibition against Gotti last Saturday. A real show that left the crowd booing in the arena at the end. But in the middle of the second round, Floyd literally had the referee swapped out. He didn't like that the referee told him to stop hitting behind the head. Floyd is used to having the refs do whatever he wants, and he wasn't getting his way this time. It was so embarrassing. Floyd, you're 50 years old. You're a legend in the sport. I've stood up for you in countless interviews, including Shannon Sharp's podcast last week. But you have to stop embarrassing yourself with these exhibitions. I know life is hard. I know life is expensive. But come on, dude, put your legacy first. Nobody wants to remember you like this. And it gets worse. Your jeweler filed a lawsuit against you in Miami. And many are saying you're gonna have to sell off your assets. Floyd, I'm rooting for you. Come on, let's turn it around.
Multiple sources claim Floyd has a pattern of not paying his opponents in full. Instead, he promises large payouts, but delays them for months or even years. He often takes his exhibition fights to places like Japan, Dubai, or the UK, builds massive hype, collects big money from promoters up front, and then vanishes with the cash, leaving fighters and teams waiting for what they're owed.
Speechless if this is true, but Floyd Mayweather is supposedly held hostage in Dubai.
GervontaDavis suggested this, who I believe is signed under Floyd Mayweather. Then Floyd responded back of posting a video of Tank dancing on his IG, saying, "We always knew he had sugar in the tank." Like, actually, that's insane posting this online. I'm not even kidding. And then Tank went on his IG story to say this.
People that do buy that money, tell them get online right now. And get old people in Saudi Arabia.
Floyd responded back saying he should fight Shakur instead. I have no clue what is going on with this beef, but they're basically saying that Floyd Mayweather is broke and owes people money and he's hiding in Dubai. I'm actually speechless if any of that is remotely true, but I kind of can see that coming. I don't know if you guys remember this, but Logan Paul and Jake Paul like 2 years ago said that Floyd is actually broke. And it low-key might be true, but we'll see what happens.
It's the same pattern over and overhype the fight, collect the money, delay the payments, and avoid responsibility. That flashy $42 million real estate claim was just part of the act, meant to keep people believing he was still on top. While legal troubles kept growing behind the scenes, reports now say Floyd doesn't fully own the buildings he mentioned and only has small shares. Stephen A. Smith raised a serious question: did Mayweather blow up his image to hide financial trouble and distract from a possible $42 million scam?
Into my lifestyle, showing people how I live. Now, I know you guys see me on the regular talking about real estate. Well, lately, I purchased 62 apartment buildings in New York City. And what I need you guys to do, slide over and check out the photos. It's not all 62 buildings, it's a few buildings, but guess what? All the buildings belong to me. I don't have no partners. And all the retail down low on my buildings all belong to me.
Stephen A. Smith has always openly respected Floyd Mayweather's boxing career. He's regularly praised Floyd for staying undefeated and dominating the second half of his career. Smith often points to Floyd's discipline and defensive skills as proof of his greatness, calling him a smart and calculated fighter who knew how to win without taking damage. In Smith's view, Floyd wasn't just a champion, he was a strategist who controlled every fight and earned his spot among boxing's all-time best.
Mayweather was undefeated for the last half of his career with one hand. He constantly broke his hand. Yeah. He would go into a ring knowing he had no shot at knocking somebody out because his hands were hurt too much, and literally walked in the ring and said, "I'm going to embarrass you and humiliate you by showing the world you can't hit me."
But the praise didn't last long, because now the law has finally caught up with him. According to new reports, Floyd Mayweather was arrested at a private airport near Las Vegas. Sources say he was trying to leave the country after finding out that federal agents were investigating him for a real estate scandal. He was stopped by authorities with a warrant for fraud, false claims, and obstruction. Officials say Floyd lied about owning major properties to get huge loans, signed off on fake documents, and may have promoted fake investment deals to wealthy backers using wire fraud. This case is serious, and the charges are stacking up fast. Sources reveal he was trying to leave the country after finding out that federal investigators were looking into a real estate scandal. Federal agents stopped him while carrying out an arrest warrant connected to charges of fraud, false representation, and obstruction. The list of accusations is serious. Authorities claim Floyd gave false information about real estate assets to get large loans, lied about ownership on legal documents, and may have committed wire fraud by pitching fake investment deals to well-known investors.
And it gave me an insight that you really learned about money. Is you said in real estate, you got to know what to do on a small scale first.
Yes.
And then you went big. And is that because you don't want to take massive risk because you want to be smart with your money?
Well, like, you don't go out there and work extremely hard for so many years and then take every dime you got and just put it into something that you don't know about.
Well, a lot of people do, don't they? I mean,
and a majority of the time you get bad results. 90% of the time you get bad results. Just like boxing. You know, I've gotten great results because I took my time.
This time, it's not just a small legal issue if Floyd is found guilty. He could be facing real prison time. But let's be honest, this isn't his first time dealing with the law. He's had trouble before and somehow always found a way out now, though the stakes are much higher and the spotlight is brighter than ever. One of the strongest reactions came from sports analyst Shannon Sharp, who didn't hold back on Club Shay Shay, calling Floyd a disgrace and urging for a full investigation into all of his financial activities, not just the apartment scandal. Sharp claimed Floyd's entire post-boxing career has been a carefully built con. He said this goes beyond just one man, because Floyd wasn't only seen as a boxer, he was a symbol of success, flash, and freedom, proof that someone from nothing could rise to billionaire status. Now that image is crumbling.
Floyd, man, you got everything. You got the skyscrapers, you got the cars, you got the houses. How much is that watch, man? I gotta ask, man.
Oh, that's 18 million.
18 million? That motherfucker do look like a chandelier, though. And how much was the goddamn necklace? 5 million?
He said just 5 million.
But now that image is crumbling. If the allegations stick, it means everything we thought we knew about Floyd's post-fight success was a carefully built illusion, built more on hype and appearance than real business achievements.
Just another ordinary day, chilling in an EWB Rolls Royce. For those that don't know what an EWB is, that's an extended wheelbase Rolls Royce. I need a leg me. I know I ain't that tall, about 5'8.5", some days 5'9", but it is what it is. Chilling, sitting right here watching the Thriller in Manila, Ali versus Frazier documentary. Come check it out. Up top, every planet. In the bag, it's crazy. NBA YoungBoy, see all this? It's on its way to you. Let's go.
And just when things seemed like they couldn't get any messier, GervontaDavis stepped in and made it personal. He posted a now-deleted tweet saying, "Told y'all he was moving funny in Dubai." Fans quickly connected the dots, realizing Tank had known for months that Floyd was secretly being held overseas. Their rocky history explains it all. Tank didn't hold back and used the moment to take a shot at Floyd, adding insult to injury at a time when Mayweather's image is already falling apart.
You off because he was like, I gotta do that.
A lot of people don't know that what Floyd do. He said.
So you feel like it was a sub, like he was subbing you, like, oh,
he was going at me. He was going at me. Yeah. And I knew for sure he was going at me. That's why I went at him. It's no reason for me to go at Floyd.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Cause I feel like y'all got, I would say love, hate, but it's been like the last interview you showed them love. This week it was whatever. But is that sometimes like, you know, is it just like big bro, little bro seeing things different, or what is it?
You know, Floyd don't never. He feel as though I'm at that point where it's gonna pass him. And I'm doing it at a young age. Wait, like when Floyd was 29. You wanna see, bro?
Yeah.
That deal that I'm talking about?
Yeah. Oh, that's the part of
deal. He don't know about that yet. But that's bigger than his deal.
Damn. Wow.
And I'm just releasing it.
Exclusive. That's exclusive. Bigger than Floyd deal?
Yeah.
Ain't no cap, nigga. That's a lot of bread.
You'll see. It's gonna come out.
If that wasn't enough, 50 Cent took things to another level. Their feud has been going on for years. But now 50 is doubling down, mocking Floyd online and calling him out for the scandal. He posted clips and memes making fun of the arrest, and even joked that he knew something like this was coming for a long time. For 50, this isn't just a rivalry, it's a chance to kick Floyd while he's down, and he's not holding back.
What the hell happened between 50 Cent and Floyd Mayweather?
He changed his mind. As he was going into jail, he asked me to help him with Mayweather promotion. Signed the actual fighters. We had acquisition of Gamboa, Andre Durrell, IBF champion, Billy Dibb. I brought him over while Floyd was incarcerated. Then he comes home, let's get Floyd back in pocket. $300,000 chains, new Lamborghini, and I'm sitting there going, when you gonna give me the money? But I ain't trying to press him because he just got out of jail.
Are we talking over $2 million?
It's about that. When he finally does bring up the actual situation, he acted like he didn't know anything. I didn't tell y'all to do that. And I'm looking at him and he looked at my face and he told me to do it.
50 is now leaking old DMs, calling Floyd a fake billionaire who flashes monopoly money, and even hinting that he might drop a full documentary exposing the entire scandal.
Back in the ring? I think it got to right now because the money gone. So the money's really gone.
Yeah, that's what you think. It's fight, get the money, spend the money, fight.
Team. I don't, I'm not really into hanging out with other celebrities. I've learned my lesson from that.
With both Tank and 50 coming at him hard, Floyd isn't just facing legal trouble. He's got people from the streets turning on him too. That's it for today's video. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on the bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. We'll see you in the next one.